Welcome to the Cosmic Comedy Show where we explore the most painful deaths in space. Spoiler alert, you wouldn't last 2 seconds up there. That's right, space cadets. Today we're diving headfirst into the vacuum of death, exploring the most gruesome, hilarious, and just plain weird ways to kick the bucket beyond our little blue marble. We're talking about the kind of stuff that'll make your spacesuit spontaneously combust, or at least make you wish it did. So, buckle up, strap in, and try not to picture your own impending doom as we journey into the abyss. Just kidding. Kinda. Picture this. You're on a spacewalk, enjoying the view, maybe trying to take a selfie with Jupiter. The vastness of space stretches out before you, an endless canvas of stars and planets. It's a moment of pure awe, a snapshot of the universe that few ever get to experience. You feel a sense of accomplishment, a thrill that courses through your veins as you float weightlessly, tethered to your spacecraft. Suddenly, your tether snaps. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Or at least it would if any of us were actually qualified to be astronauts. In that split second, panic sets in. Your lifeline to the spacecraft is gone, and you're left floating in the vast emptiness of space. The silence is deafening, the isolation overwhelming. You try to stay calm, maybe even attempt to fix the tether, but let's be real, you're not a trained astronaut. You're just a regular person in an extraordinary situation. The reality of your predicament starts to sink in. You're adrift, with no way to get back to the safety of your spacecraft. Anyway, there you are, drifting in the infinite void. The stars seem to mock you with their distant twinkle, and the planets are indifferent to your plight. It's a humbling experience realizing just how small and insignificant you are in the grand scheme of the universe. It's peaceful for a second, right? Wrong. Because space, my friend, is colder than my ex's heart after that whole chimichanga incident. The temperature in space is unforgiving. A harsh reminder that you're far from the warmth and comfort of Earth. We're talking negative 455 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than anything you've ever experienced. It's a cold that seeps into your bones, a chill that you can't escape. That's colder than a polar bear's. Well, you get the picture. Even the most resilient creatures on Earth would struggle to survive in such extreme conditions. Your body heat starts radiating away, your blood turns to slushy, and you become a human popsicle, ready for the intergalactic freezer aisle. The process is slow but inevitable. You can almost feel the warmth leaving your body, replaced by the biting cold of space. But hey, at least you'll be preserved pretty well. In the vacuum of space, there's no air to cause decay, so you'll remain in a state of frozen stasis for who knows how long. Future space travelers might even find you, a perfectly preserved relic of a bygone era. Just don't let any alien kids mistake you for a rocket pop. That's how invasions happen. Imagine the confusion when they realize you're not a tasty treat but a frozen human. It could lead to some interesting intergalactic misunderstandings. Speaking of invasions, ever wonder what happens when your insides decide to stage a revolt? The human body isn't designed for the harsh conditions of space, and things can go wrong in ways you never imagined. Let's just say it's not pretty. More on that after the break. Stay tuned to find out what happens when your organs decide they've had enough of space travel. Alright, back to the cosmic carnage. Space, the final frontier, and also the ultimate vacuum cleaner. So, you know how space is a vacuum? Not the kind that sucks up dust bunnies, but the kind that sucks the life out of you. Literally. No, not the kind your roommate uses to clean up their questionable life choices. I'm talking about the absence of pressure, the kind that makes space a deadly playground. Imagine a place where there's no air, no atmosphere, just an endless void. See, down here on good old Earth, we're used to a nice, cozy atmosphere pressing down on us. It's like a warm, invisible blanket that keeps everything in place. Keeps our insides where they belong, you know? Our organs are snug and secure thanks to this atmospheric pressure. But in space, there's none of that. It's a vast, empty expanse where the rules are completely different. It's like stepping into a giant suction cup that wants to turn you into a human balloon animal. Without that external pressure, your body's internal pressure is like party time. Your blood starts boiling, your organs swell up like overinflated pool toys, and if you held your breath, well, let's just say it's not gonna end well. Imagine a grape in a microwave. Yeah, not a good look. The good news is it's probably over pretty quickly. The bad news? Well, you just exploded in space. Talk about going out with a bang. But hey, at least you didn't float away forever, right? Space is a harsh mistress, but it's also fascinating. The more we learn about it, the more we realize how much we don't know. So, next time you look up at the stars, remember, it's not just a pretty view. It's a reminder of how small and fragile we really are. Chapter 4, Space, Where Lost and Found Goes to Die. Remember that whole floating away forever thing? Yeah, that's a real crowd pleaser. It's the stuff of nightmares, really. The idea that you could be out there in the infinite void with no way to get back. It's a fear that taps into our most primal instincts. The vastness of space is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. One moment you're tethered to the safety of your space station, and the next, you're adrift, with nothing but the cold, dark expanse around you. Imagine this. You're on a space station, just chilling, maybe doing some zero-gravity yoga. It's a typical day in the life of an astronaut. You're floating around enjoying the unique experience of weightlessness. Maybe you're even taking a moment to look out the window at the beautiful blue planet below. Everything seems perfect, almost serene. The silence of space is calming, a stark contrast to the hustle and bustle of life on Earth. Suddenly the alarm goes off. There's been a breach. Panic sets in as the blaring sirens shatter the tranquility. Your heart races and adrenaline surges through your veins. You know that every second counts. The training kicks in and you move with purpose, trying to locate the source of the breach. The once peaceful environment is now a chaotic scene of flashing lights and urgent movements. You scramble for your safety tether, but oh no, you forgot to clip it in. In the rush and confusion, you made a critical error. Your hands fumble and you feel the cold sweat of fear. The tether, your lifeline, is just out of reach. You try to grab it, but it's too late. The realization hits you like a ton of bricks. You're untethered, and the vacuum of space is unforgiving. Rookie mistake, buddy. Now you're drifting away from the station, slowly but surely, into the vast expanse of nothingness. The space station, your only sanctuary, becomes smaller and smaller. The distance grows, and with it, the hope of rescue diminishes. You try to stay calm, but the isolation is overwhelming. The stars, once a source of wonder, now seem indifferent to your plight. And the worst part? Nobody can hear you scream. The silence of space is absolute. Your cries for help are swallowed by the void. It's a chilling reminder of how alone you truly are. The vast emptiness stretches out in all directions, and there's no one to hear your desperate pleas. The isolation is complete, and the reality of your situation sinks in. Well, technically they can't hear you scream in space anyway, but you know what I mean. The vacuum of space doesn't carry sound, so even if you were to shout at the top of your lungs, it would be in vain. It's a sobering thought, but also a bit ironic. Here you are, in the most advanced suit humanity has ever created, and yet you're utterly powerless against the vastness of space. You're all alone, lost in the cosmic desert, with nothing but your thoughts and a rapidly dwindling oxygen supply. The clock is ticking, and every breath you take brings you closer to the end. The oxygen gauge is a constant reminder of your mortality. You try to conserve your air, but the panic makes it difficult. Your mind races, thinking of all the things you wish you could have done differently. You'll drift for days, weeks, maybe even years. Time loses all meaning in the void. The days blend into nights, and the weeks stretch into an eternity. You become a ghost, a silent witness to the endless expanse. The stars, once so familiar, now seem like distant memories. The loneliness is profound, and the isolation is complete. You'll watch the Earth shrink in the distance, knowing you'll never feel the warmth of the sun on your face again. The planet that was once your home becomes a distant speck. The realization is heartbreaking. You'll never walk on its surface, feel the breeze, or see the blue sky again. The memories of home become bittersweet, a reminder of what you've lost. You'll start talking to yourself, hallucinating, maybe even try to make friends with a passing comet. The isolation takes its toll on your mind. You find yourself talking to the void, trying to stave off the crushing loneliness. Hallucinations become your companions, and you start to see things that aren't there. A passing comet becomes a friend, a brief distraction from the endless solitude. But it's all for naught, my friend. The reality is inescapable. No matter how much you try to distract yourself, the truth remains. You're alone, adrift in the cosmos, with no hope of rescue. The weight of your situation is crushing, and the despair is overwhelming. The vastness of space is indifferent to your plight. Because in space, nobody can hear you scream, nobody can see you cry, and nobody's coming to rescue you. The tears you shed are trapped inside your helmet, a silent testament to your despair. The universe is vast and uncaring, and your cries for help go unanswered. The realization is devastating, and the hopelessness is all-consuming. You're just another lost soul, drifting through the cosmos for all eternity. The vastness of space is your new home, and the stars are your only companions. The loneliness is profound, and the isolation is complete. You're a tiny speck in the grand tapestry of the universe, a lost soul adrift in the infinite void. So remember, kids, always double-check your tether. It's a simple but crucial lesson. The safety protocols are there for a reason, and one small mistake can have catastrophic consequences. Always be vigilant, and never take your safety for granted. The stakes are too high and the risks are too great. Or, just stay on Earth where there's breathable air, gravity, and pizza delivery. The comforts of home are not to be underestimated. The simple pleasures of life on Earth are a stark contrast to the harsh realities of space. Sometimes it's the little things that make all the difference. Seems like a no-brainer to me. The choice is clear. The safety and comfort of Earth are hard to beat. So, next time you dream of the stars, remember the risks and appreciate the beauty of our home planet. So there you have it, folks. The most painful deaths in space and why you wouldn't last 2 seconds up there. Remember, space is a dangerous place, but at least we can laugh about it. And hey, if you ever find yourself hurtling through the void, about to become a human popsicle or explode like a galactic firecracker, just remember, at least you're not stuck watching another one of my movies. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more cosmic comedy.